Hi, my name is Margaret Floyd Berry. I'm the founder of Eat Naked, and my job here today is to help you feel better in your body than you even knew possible. So today I'm going to answer a question that I get asked a lot, which is, when is the appropriate time to detox? And detox is really trendy, really popular, and it's often the first place that people want to begin their health journey. But that's actually the exact opposite time of when you want to do it. You actually want to do it as one of the sort of last pieces, kind of the finishing touches, because it can be quite dangerous to detox if your body isn't ready to do so. So let me explain a little bit about what's happening when you do a detox program, and then what you need to do first in order to make sure your body's actually ready to handle it. So when you do a detox program, what you're doing is you're removing the burdens on your body to allow your cells to basically release any kind of stored toxins that then your liver gets to neutralize and process, and that you then eliminate from the body, either from the liver through the bowels or through the kidneys. And so what happens if your body isn't ready to do that, and the piece of it that's often not ready is that elimination process. And that's really important, because if you think about it, if you detox and your body isn't ready to eliminate, or those elimination pathways aren't open properly, then it's a little bit like doing a big spring cleaning of your house, and then all that dirty, gunky water, pouring it down a bathtub that has a clogged drain, right? It's not going to do you any good. In fact, it can, in the case of the body, actually recirculate toxins, and that will then affect the organ. So your body stores toxins as a protective mechanism to make sure that they don't actually hurt you. So when we do a detoxification process, we're lightening the load on that liver, and we're often stimulating the cells to release those toxins. And we need to make sure that those elimination pathways are nice and open and free flowing. So before you do any kind of detoxification, the first thing you need to do is make sure that those elimination pathways are working really well. So let's make sure that the drain out of your house is working before we do the deep clean and dump out all the sludgy water. Okay, the most critical piece of this is your digestive tract, because that is the primary way your body gets rid of those neutralized toxins. So the liver does all of its work, and then you typically poop them out. If there's any kind of issue with your digestion, and honestly, for most people, there are some issues, even if it's not something that you experience as, with lots of symptoms. But if there's any kind of issue with your digestion, that's going to impair that elimination process, and you could be doing more harm than good. So that's the first thing that you need to do. Now, at that point, you need to make sure that you're not dealing with any other kind of major underlying health issues. Some of those health issues a detoxification program can really benefit, but there's other issues where it can actually exacerbate the situation. So this is where it's actually a really good idea to work with a practitioner to guide you through that. I've seen a lot of people who've come to me with various programs. I'm not going to name any names here, but there's some online programs or sort of do-it-yourself deep detoxification processes that are actually really challenging to the system. And I've seen people who years later are still experience the negative impacts of doing those detoxes prematurely and without the sort of proper supervision and support that's needed to make sure they're doing it well, and not actually hurting themselves. Now, there are certain cases where you never want to do a detox program. So I just want to name that up front and center. So number one, I mentioned the digestive issues, but if you are constipated, things aren't moving, and by constipated, I'm just going to define that as less than one healthy, awesome bowel movement per day, definitely don't do it, because that is that key elimination pathway, and that's a sure sign your body isn't ready. Next, if you are in the middle of an aggressive healing protocol already, not a great time to layer in something intense like a detoxification program. So you really want to work with a practitioner to help guide you on that. And then lastly, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, it's a really bad idea to detox. That's absolutely going to affect and harm your baby. So we never want to stimulate the body's detoxification processes when you're either pregnant or nursing. Now, if you're thinking about conception, doing a detox program beforehand can be a good idea, but you don't want to be trying to conceive in the middle of that. You want to make sure that you're well on the other side of that, your body's nice and robust again, before you try to conceive and actually get pregnant. So that's a great question. Thank you so much for your questions. If you have any other questions, please pop them into the comments below and we'll take a good look at that and answer them for you. I also want to mention that I have another article on the site, the things that you can do safely while breastfeeding in terms of opening up those elimination pathways. And while that article is geared to nursing mamas, it's actually appropriate to anyone who's thinking about detoxifying. It will give you some steps that you can start doing now, even without the guidance of a practitioner, to help prepare your body to detoxify. So thank you so much. Leave your comments below and look forward to hearing from you.